we could show people how to fly first class and get the penthouse suites,
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is what everybody should be experiencing.
It's like fun, and it's something super accessible. And so for people that are already doing business like you and me, it's like all it comes down to is using the proper cards.
Yeah.
So that you get the proper points.
That's right.
But you don't even need you don't necessarily need the credit game for, there's kids that are 18 with no job or just making a couple grand per month that are doing this travel hacking stuff and getting the first class, lay down. Like,
can you give us some free pointers on the air here?
Yeah, of course.
Give me some.
So what people need to realize is that there's 4 main banks that you want to consider for travel hacking.
Okay, Amex is one of them.
Yeah, Amex is one.
Of course.
Yep, Chase is one. Citi, and then Capital One.
Gotcha.
So those are the 4 that are going to be the best bank products for travel hacking. There's a couple other smaller stuff, but those are the big main ones.
Okay.
And so if you use the right cards with the products that they offer at the right purchasing, like you're using at the gas station the right card that's going to get you 5x points, stuff like that, or even just the sign up bonuses,
right?
Like those kids that I was just talking about, they live off the sign up bonuses.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. But then when you take those sign up bonuses, $250,000 sign up points, you can convert it into cash, which a lot of stupid people do. No offense to the stupid, but
yes.
Or shout out to Tony. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Did he do that?
No. Just buzzing on him. But realistically, instead of getting 1-for-1 ratio on the points, you can get anywhere from 7 to 19x return on those points. Yeah. So for example, flying Emirates, you get the shower experience, the bar, the caviar, the Don P, the filet. Like, the shower alone is like,
come on.
It's like you just feel rested. You're good to go.
Yes.
Other people on that flight, if they paid cash, they paid about $30,000 for that flight.
Right.
So you want to network and bump elbows with these guys regardless. However, if you're going to use points, the people that think that they're travel hacking using points, 9 times out of 10, they've paid like $3 million
to get those points.
$3 million in points. They gave up $3 million plus in points for
cash to get those points.
Not cash, but like
using the card.
Yeah. So if somebody, say it takes you 3 years for your everyday spend or something for a good business to be able to rack up 3 million points, you could delete it all like that in a second just from wasting your points to buy these flights if you don't know what you're doing. Or you could learn how to travel hack by transferring to certain partners. And then when you transfer to the different partners, like what other people paid 3 million in points for, we paid 89,000 points, which we got one sign up bonus of 250,000 points just from one card.
And what do you mean transfer? You can transfer the cards?
You can transfer the points. So you take like Amex and you can transfer it to Emirates flight.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so you make an account on Emirates, you get an account number, and then you transfer your Amex points to Emirates.
Got it.
Okay, and instead of buying it with Amex originally, which would have been 3 million points plus, waste all your points, you transfer it to Emirates, and then 89,000 points.
Wow.
It's a big savings.
That's a big savings.
Big savings.
Yeah.
And so there's just power in understanding how to transfer to the different partnerships.
This is right up my alley, bro.
It's crazy stuff.
I've been preaching at the church on a very minor scale of how to buy back a lease from a car, make money on the lease.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
How to ride credit cards, how to leverage OPM, other people's money. But this is a whole nother level, dude.
Yeah, it's something.
I love this.
It makes the traveling that much more fun.
Yeah, bro. It's the only way you should travel.
Yes.
My wife and I, for 10 years, I made it a thing. This wasn't your hack thing, but we would go to every hotel, and I knew how to get in the penthouse suite to every hotel. It was my thing. Like downtown, the Hard Rock. You know, have you been to the Hard Rock?
Yeah.
The top floor.
Yep.
The Diamond Suite.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's the penthouse. It's a whole top floor. The patio's like 50 feet long outside. But go down there's not one I haven't been in the penthouse, but it's only because I knew how to work the angles on the inside. Mm-hmm. Where I get in, we check in, grease up the concierge. You got to grease people up. A little bit of cash in the cash back then was a little bit more king.
Yeah.
I say, hey, is the penthouse open tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, sir. And I negotiate.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll throw an extra 500 since it's empty. I'll throw an extra $500 for the night, and I promise to order a lot of room service. I can just give them some anyway.
Yeah.
So I love this. Is what my point of this is. This is the way it should be.
Yep. Yeah. With hotels, we like to utilize employee passes.
How do you do that?
You got to get an employee, or we have a contact that we can get them, and so it's a very sensitive situation to be careful with.
Yeah.
But basically, you can get it anywhere from like 30 to 85% off 9 times out of 10. So I just look for like, the Ritz-Carlton and get it 80% off, instead of paying.
So you have a contact on the inside. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have these contacts.
Yeah, of course.
And so you give them out to your people in this community?
Correct. Yep. Same thing we have business bank relationship managers that work at some of these big banks, like Chase, for example, that they work directly with underwriting. Plus, they're incentivized because they're trying to get quotas, like hit quotas to move up the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
In addition, they get paid bonuses when you get funding.
Yeah.
So when we make those introductions, like at Chase, you can get up to 150,000 with our contact. Fairly, like, I wouldn't say easy, but it's when you do all the things prior.
Correct.
Yes,
yeah. Get the
very
credit.
simplified. Yeah. And so with some of these contacts that, we've built up over time, it's not easy to get, but it makes the process just like, that's how we get people the $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 plus. It's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about how do people become. I need people, because there's going to be, we got a ton of watchers and listeners now, man. Like this podcast is getting some legs here.
I love it.
So you're going to get some flow here. How do they find you? What's the first step that they would take to become a part of your credit counselor, to be considered for it, do they get into the free thing?
Yeah. What I recommend is to really understand if this is a good fit for you, and understand like the time, energy, efforts it's going to take, and really understanding even what is possible.
Because you're still going to have to work at it.
Yeah.
You can't just join this community and say, hey, no.
We don't do it for you. And that's a big misconception, like, because there are do-it-for-you companies out there.
Yeah.
I'm very against those. I actually started Credit Counsel Elite because of those companies.
Yeah.
Because they get whack results, and you're going to be super disappointed. You pay a premium and you're still clueless. And sometimes, like, then you got to get referred to other people to remove hard inquiries. It's all nonsense. So it's like, we show you how to do all of it. So it saves you money, makes you money, and prepares you to be a leader within your area, because I'm only one person.
Right.
If I can teach you how to do it, another leader, you can help out other people in your circle. That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think the best like action step for people, if any of this sounds just even, slightly interested, then check out, we have a weekly webinar that I do live, and so you won't like get the recording or anything. It's all like real live, answer any questions, and I show you step by step the process and how you can do it, and just meat and potatoes, guarantee it. You'll learn something on there, and you can run off and do something on your own if you choose. I'm usually against that, just because you can make a lot of mistakes as well.
Right.
Or at that point, you could book a call with either myself or somebody on our team that is an assessment coach that understands the process. We'll just sit down with where you're currently at, where you're looking to go. We'll give you a roadmap to be able to get there. And so that's our best approach. Every once in a while.
And then where do they find that? Where do they find the webinar?
Yeah, so on our website, you can go to creditcounselelite.com, creditcounselelite.com, or you can go to like our Instagram, Brandon Ellie Investments, or Credit Counsel Elite on Instagram. We have a link in the bio to check out, I believe.
And your podcast, how often are you flowing with that? How many episode a week?
Yeah, every Monday.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. So we talk about some tips and tricks on there as well to really break it down. So people can either do it on their own, or if you want to get the best results, not make any mistakes, and really go about this a proper way, then you can book a call with us and see if it's a good fit. Every month, we just started doing a 3-day virtual event as well, which has been awesome. We've been helping out a lot of people because we're like expanding the whole product, like the whole 90-day information into 3 full days.
Wow.
But we're just like pumping it in, and people are getting incredible results. So I love that piece of it.
And that type of what's that information specifically in the 3-day thing?
Yeah,
bringing up your credit. Here's the 4 things.
Yeah, so we're breaking down how the banks and lenders are judging you, how to fix your own credit. And then after that, be able to boost up the score, get to the 800 club in the 30 days.
All
or
starts
less.
there.
Yeah. It's all for everybody.
Everybody.
Whether you're in the 800 or the 300.
Business owners.
Yes.
You want business owner financing, real estate financing.
Yeah.
The travel hack isn't contingent on this, is it? Or it is? It is kind of, no?
No, it isn't. No.
Okay.
Yep.
But for all this other stuff, funding, any type of funding,
Yep.
or
if you want to start a business,
it
you
all
want to
starts,
grow a business. Yeah.
It all starts at the basics.
Yes.